The show, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. It is the weekend. Yay!
Yeah.
Happy weekend to everyone. We're so happy that you are still listening to us on a Saturday.
Yeah. Waking up maybe early.
Yeah.
Getting that cup of coffee. And then jumping into English studying.
But you know, if you have audio 어학당,
yes.
if you're a subscriber, you can listen anytime you want.
Anytime, anywhere that you have internet access.
Exactly. So, remember, audio 어학당. All right, so we've got an article for you today. This is really fun. Is flaking out the new normal? Okay, our listeners are like, what? Huh? First of all, flake, F-L-A-K-E. If you're a flake or you flake out, okay, we got to talk about this term.
Yes, to flake out is to cancel a plan or to drop out of a plan that you have with someone else, often last minute.
Yeah.
So it's that feeling of, oh yeah, sure, let's go camping this weekend.
Yeah, and then like the night before, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I can't go.
Yeah. And sometimes it's not because you have a good reason. It's more like, I don't think I want to go.
I don't feel like it.
Yeah, I just don't have energy. I feel that this phrase, though, we do still say it, but it kind of originates from like the 80s.
This is my phrase.
Yeah, it sounds like your generation.
It is so my generation.
Yeah.
And so someone who would cancel last minute often would be called a flake. Oh, you're such a flake.
Yeah. So now we have different forms. You can be a flake as a noun.
Yeah.
You can be flaky.
Yes.
Oh, they're so flaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Or, in this case, as a noun, to flake out.
To flake out. Now here, the second part, the new normal. This is kind of a very trendy expression.
Yeah.
Right? What is the new normal?
This is like saying something is the new standard. Before it was kind of rare or looked at as weird, but now
it's normal.
Now we just think it's normal.
Right.
Average.
Yeah.
The usual thing people do.
That's right. So think of what was normal before, and now it was at that time, something that was abnormal is now normal.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll talk about this. Is flaking out the new normal? So is it very common for people to just cancel last minute? Is that normal now?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay. All right, so if you are in the mood, what does this mean?
You feel like doing something.
Okay. And how about gain ground? G-A-I-N, gain ground.
This means to become more popular, more common, or more successful.
Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to our article.
Is it okay to flake out on commitments to friends or family for no other reason than you don't feel like it? Not being in the mood shouldn't be an acceptable excuse for not showing up to a party, date, wedding, or even a funeral. But as social anxiety among the younger generations becomes more and more common, this trend of not showing up is gaining ground. As a society, we have a responsibility to teach younger people that there are consequences to flaking out on one's commitments. If this becomes normalized, where are we left as a society?
Okay, let's take a look at this article. It's on page 68. Is flaking out the new normal? Is it okay to flake out on commitments to friends or family for no other reason than you don't feel like it? Okay, so two things here. First of all, let's start with the expression that we just talked about. To flake out on commitments to friends and family. This is basically saying to cancel like some, thing that you were going to do together.
Yes.
Yeah. But the feeling is, though, is it because you have an emergency, Cameron?
No.
Yeah, that's right.
Not at all.
Yeah.
For example, if you have some kind of health emergency, family emergency, it's understandable, so you wouldn't use this phrase.
Right, you would just say cancel.
Right. Flake, though, is the feeling of you're not reliable. You're not trustworthy. You said you would do something.
Yeah.
And you just changed your mind.
Yeah. It's so lazy.
is that feeling, right?
Feeling of laziness, right? So, is it okay to, is our power pattern today.
Yes. So this phrase, is it okay to, can be used to ask permission. Mm-hmm. Is it okay to use the bathroom?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
But you can also use this to ask someone's opinion. In this case, is it okay to flake out on a commitment?
Yeah.
And with this asking about opinion, in this specific case, we're really just introducing the subject.
Yeah. Isn't it true that a lot of presentations or a speech can start with a question? And you're not saying you're going to give an answer, but it's just, letting people think about this topic.
Yes. It's wanting you to create an opinion in your own mind before they go into the main topic.
So Cameron, is it okay to flake out?
Oh, yeah.
You see?
Oh, yeah.
Your generation and younger, it's totally okay.
Yeah. Anytime, I both ways. Like, if anyone says, I'm sorry I can't do it, I'm sorry I can't make it.
Yeah.
Unless they have a particular, thing they have to do. If we are doing a group project and they have a responsibility,
then
of course you can't flake out.
Right.
But if it's just, we're going out tonight. Do you want to go to this restaurant? If they cancel last minute, sure.
No problem.
Who cares?
Oh, wow. That's great.
But your generation...
My generation was not like that.
Really?
A few days later, my friend would be like, what were you doing? Why didn't you come? We missed you. You're so flaky. Okay, all right. Not being in the mood shouldn't be an acceptable excuse for not showing up to a party, date, wedding, or even a funeral. So, the writer is saying, it's not an excuse. Oh, I don't feel like it. That's not a good excuse.
I completely disagree with this writer, but yes, when we're using the phrase to not be in the mood, you just don't feel like it.
Yeah, you don't feel like it. If you are in the mood, you feel like it.
Yes. And it could be energy that maybe you don't have any energy.
Yeah.
Or maybe you just don't want to.
Yeah.
Maybe you have energy, but you don't want to use that energy on that thing.
Right. So you could say I don't feel like going, but you could also say, I'm not in the mood to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. 귀찮아. Yeah. It's a lot of 귀차nism.
It definitely feels like that.
Yeah. Okay. But let's continue.
But as social anxiety among the younger generations becomes more and more common, this trend of not showing up is gaining ground.
Okay, our power pattern today is social anxiety.
Yes.
So what is this? Now we know our personal anxiety, but what is social anxiety?
This is your 사회적 불안.
Yeah.
So this is feeling nervous or feeling stress when you have to be around other people. So if we look at our MBTI, for example, it's people who are I that usually have social anxiety.
Right. But before, we had no choice. The I's had to do it, or their community would be very angry.
Yeah, I feel like, especially in the past, society and culture most of the time went towards ease, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Being an extrovert was always seen as a very good thing.
Right.
I think now it's shifting a little bit.
I agree. It's acceptable. Okay, so this idea of this younger generation just not showing up because they're not in the mood is gaining ground. This trend is gaining ground.
So to gain ground means to become more popular or to show progress, to show success or achievement. So if we think about this kind of battle between E and I, for a long time, E was winning.
Okay.
And now I is slowly becoming more popular.
They're taking more territory.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's a great visual. Now, as a society, we have a responsibility to teach younger people that there are consequences to flaking out on one's commitments. If this becomes normalized, where are we left as a society? So the writer is saying, okay, I understand this trend. However, there are consequences, meaning there are bad effects of you not showing up because you're not in the mood. It's not always such a good thing as a society.
Yeah. Again, if it's an important responsibility that you need to do, you cannot flake out on your responsibilities.
Right.
But if it's just I don't know, going to a restaurant.
Yeah, I think if it's just purely social, I think it's fine. But yes, when it comes to your job or like really social commitments, in the fact that it's related to work, responsibility, you really shouldn't flake out.
If you make a promise, then you should do it.
Yeah.
In that case,
And Cameron, I know maybe you might want to flake out with your friends, but you don't flake out when it comes to EBS.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's my job.
That's right.
I would get in big trouble.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, let's go ahead and listen to that one more time.
Is it okay to flake out on commitments to friends or family for no other reason than you don't feel like it? Not being in the mood shouldn't be an acceptable excuse for not showing up to a party, date, wedding, or even a funeral. But as social anxiety among the younger generations becomes more and more common, this trend of not showing up is gaining ground. As a society, we have a responsibility to teach younger people that there are consequences to flaking out on one's commitments. If this becomes normalized, where are we left as a society?
It's time for Power Note. Please join us on pages 70 and 71. If you flake out on someone or on something, it means to cancel the plans often at the last minute. Okay? Why aren't you and Mike talking to each other?
He flaked out on dinner plans again, so I didn't invite him to the party.
Yeah. Maybe he's done that more than once or twice or 3 times. Yeah. And then you call them a flake.
Yeah. You have a flake limit. You know, if it's one time, I think you should understand. But if it is every time, that's more than just simple flaking.
So my thing in everything is 3 strikes, you're out. I'd say 2 times even okay. But if you do the 3rd time, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's the cardinal rule. All right. Don't flake out on me this time. I need you at the meeting. Okay.
Yeah, this is another one. It's a meeting.
Yeah.
It's not dinner with your friends. It's a responsibility. So if you're flaking out, ugh.
Yeah. I used to get quite stressed in my late teens, early 20s about flaking out.
Oh, worried that what people would think?
Well, yeah, I mean, because I was a bit of a people pleaser. I would say yes to everything. But then the event comes and I'm like, oh, I don't want to.
It's so hard to go sometimes.
It is.
Yeah.
So these days, I don't make plans. Yeah. Okay. All right. If you are in the mood to do something, it means that you feel like doing something, that you have the desire to do it. What do you want for dinner?
I'm in the mood for pizza tonight.
Okay. So again, very common example, in the mood for a certain food.
Yes.
She wasn't in the mood to be around other people, so she stayed home instead. So it's not just food. It's just, I'm not in the mood to watch a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever it is that you feel like doing or not feel like doing.
Yes. So this can also be used in this way. You can say, he's in a mood. She's in a mood.
In a mood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So when you don't have anything after this, like this is in the mood for pizza.
Right.
In the mood to do something.
Right.
That's one thing. If you say someone is in a mood.
In a mood, yes.
They're like cranky.
Yeah. Grumpy.
Grumpy.
Yeah. Complaining.
They don't want to do anything. It's that feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe because it is the weekend, maybe you want to get out.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm in the mood for a picnic.
Okay, you're in the mood for a picnic. Or how about I'm in the mood to, for a bike ride.
Ooh, I'm in the mood to go dancing.
Are you?
Said me never. I've never said that. But yeah, some people, they want to get out and dance.
Well, listen, Cameron, I am always in the mood for dancing.
You are. You dance in the studio.
I sure do, all the time. I am the dancing queen at EBS. Okay. All right, gain ground is a great expression. It means to make progress or become more successful. After months of lessons, I'm finally gaining ground in my piano skills.
Well, you have been practicing for 2 hours every day.
Okay, so here in this case is to make progress.
Yeah. The feeling is, though, with the piano, you're kind of fighting with it.
Yes.
Like, it's not coming easily. You're making progress, but it is hard-won progress.
Right. Just like you mentioned earlier about the whole battle scene.
Yes.
It's a battle.
Yeah.
It's a fight, right? So when you gain ground, it does feel like it's difficult. It's not easy, but you get through it. You're slowly making that progress. The team gained ground in the second half and won the game. So maybe it wasn't easy the first round. First half.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you think about like soccer or football or, I don't know, any sport, when it's going back and forth, you maybe are thinking about points or about distance, that you're slowly going forward and making progress.
So this can be applied to maybe a new company. It was a rough start.
Their product launch didn't go well.
It didn't go well. It wasn't popular.
But with some good marketing,
yes,
they started to gain ground.
There you go. All right, very good. Is it okay is basically asking for permission. Is it okay to smoke in here?
No. Is it okay to walk my dog without a leash?
No.
Unless it's a dog park.
No, not anymore. Okay. So, is it okay to sit here? You can even say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
You're in a public space and you're looking for a table to eat your lunch.
Yeah. Is it okay to eat here? Because some places don't allow food.
That's right. Yes.
Right. Okay. All right. Power vocab. I feel like this expression, social anxiety, is a very kind of recent term. But, of course, this term has been around. Yes, for sure. But the way it's being used is a little different.
Yeah, I think that psychiatrists, psychologists have always said this.
Yes.
I think normal people are using it more.
Right. Okay. All right. So do check out the definition on page 72. And please stop by.
오디오학당.
Yes, what do we do there, Cam?
If you're feeling in the mood for some English learning, some English studying, you can go there and for a small monthly fee, learn so much.
Okay, very nice. Everyone, thank you so much for studying with us this week, and we hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.